So Excel lesson 1, I'm going to show you first how to sort and filter, and then I'm going to show you how to use pivot tables, and then I'm going to show you how to use formulas. For formulas, I'm just going to do sum, just to let you know right off the bat, because I'm not sure what formula you would like to know, but we did discuss sum when we talked earlier, so that's what I'm going to go ahead and show you how to use. So sorting and filtering, I'm going to go ahead and select this corner right here to select the whole sheet. And it selects all the information in the sheet. And then I'm going to go ahead and filter it by clicking filter. As you can see, there are little arrows here at each header for each column. And this arrow leads down to a drop-down menu. You can see the options that are available when you click on that. You can sort from here and do a lot of other things that we can go over. But I only want to see the information for men. So I'm going to filter it, but filter out the females and only see the information for the men. So I clicked it, and as you can see now, I only see the information for the males. But say that I wanted to know how much these males paid for their car. And one of the headers that we have is car prices, or car price. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that drop down menu arrow, and then go to click here and go to greater than, and say I want to know how many men paid over $50 for their car. So I'm going to say 50. So I want to know males who paid greater than $50 for their car. And these are the males that paid over $50 for their car. Okay? So that's pretty much the gist of how to use the filtering function. If you want to add females to this equation, you just go back to that column and choose select all. And then you have how many males and females paid more than $50 for their car. Alright, and a way to know whether a column is filtered or not still, because sometimes it can be confusing, especially if you have many filters going on, is that next to the arrow, it'll have the filter symbol right here, as you can see. So that's how you know if something's filtered at the time. But pretty much that's the lesson of how to use filtering. I'm going to get rid of filtering. I don't want to use it anymore. And as you can see, there's no blue rows over here. When it's blue, it means something's hidden. So that's good. It's gone. Alright. For next, I'm going to show you how to use sort, the sort function. Sort, generally you just click sort and choose ascending or descending, and that's the simple way to use sort. But another way to sort is to custom sort. Custom sort, you can choose to sort by many things. That's the only good thing about custom sort. And also you have a little bit more control when it comes to sorting too. But say I wanted to sort, but then I was like, wait, column A, what? I see what that is, but why doesn't it say age? That's because you didn't click this little box right here that says my list has headers. And if you don't click that, your headers might be sorted into your table, which is not useful at all. So I'll click that, and now when I click here to choose what I want to sort by, I now have age and all my other categories. So I want to sort by age, and then I want it smallest to largest. I want the youngest people first, and then I want to sort by education, and I also want that smallest to largest. But I'm going to go ahead and change that to largest to smallest to mix it up. So this is the sort criteria that I have. So it's going to sort by age first, and then education in this order. And that's what happened. So I have the younger people here. Remember before the 79-year-olds were at the top? Well, I said I wanted the younger people at the top. So that's what I have. So it's smallest to largest. And then you'll look over here at education and you'll be like, wait, why are the twos before the ones? Let me see. I'm gonna sort this differently so it's easier to see. I only sorted that way because I was messing with the data before. But I'm gonna change the way I'm sorting age. So I have the older people first now. And then I'm sorting by education still. So it's sorted by age, and you can obviously tell that it's largest to smallest. But then it's largest to smallest for education too, even though it looks like it's not sorted, but it's sorted education secondly. And you can tell because obviously in age it's largest to smallest, and then in education within the category of age. So all the 77-year-olds should be largest to smallest also. And you can see that here I chose all the 77-year-olds and they're largest to smallest. So that's how you can use the custom sort function. Next I'm going to show you how to use pivot tables. To use a pivot table, click pivot table. You find the function that says pivot table. Go ahead and click on it. This Mac decides it wants to choose categories for me. What I want to know is how much people make, but I'm curious about, based on gender and education level, how much people make, and I'm kind of curious about how marital status plays in that. So I want education in the columns, so I just drag and drop it to get that there in the table, and then I want gender in the rows. Where's gender there? And obviously the values that I'm looking at is income, so I'll put income there. And I'm curious about marital status, what role that plays. It's not pertinent to me, but I'm gonna go ahead and put that there. And remember that 1 represents high school. According to me, it represents high school. So, let's see. Let me make this larger. So, women who have level 1 education, which we're saying level 1 equals high school, that's their highest level of education. Those women make that much money, which is represented in this cell. And males whose highest level of education is high school made this much money, and so on. So the next education level, this is how much money women make, this is how much money males make for that education level, and that is totaled up at the bottom in this grand total column. So all the people that have their highest level of education is high school, they make that much money. Now you might wonder why it seems to decrease after you hit category 2, which obviously I'm pretty much saying that 1 is high school and 5 is like a PhD or something. Why is it so much less? Well, these numbers are obviously not that realistic, but something to consider is the number of people in each category that we have information on. So if we have like thousands of people who only went to some college, so say that we're saying 2 is some college, so we have like thousands of people that only have some college. This number would obviously be larger because we're factoring in more people. And say a PhD, we only have like 1 person or something. That's why there might be differences there. And then this grand total number represents women. It doesn't matter what education level they have. This is how much women are making versus men. And this is how much all the people make in this cell. And that's what it should represent. Okay? But say, remember I put report filter, I put in marital status, but say I was only curious about the married people. So I'm going to go ahead and assume 1 equals married, 0 equals not married. And so now the table only represents people that are married for those different categories. So I didn't want a variable to be displayed as far as marital status, but I only wanted the information for based on people's marital status. So I put it in the report filter so I would only see the information for those people. Okay, so I'm filtering the whole report. But I don't want to see that information as a row or column heading. Okay, but I don't care, so therefore I'm gonna select all people, and I have the information for all the people, and I'm not, I'm not separating them out based on whether they're married or not. But so that's how you use a pivot table. Next, we're gonna talk about how to use functions, and like I said, we're only gonna talk about sum. To use sum, you put equals sum parentheses. We're gonna select this whole row, and it equals how much it's supposed to equal in this, as we can see in that grand total. But say that we wanted to sum, let's see, we wanted to know how much this and all of this equals, okay? But to do that, what I did is put a comma, because I was skipping rows and columns. So I selected what I want there, okay, but I skipped a couple rows, so I put a comma, and I chose the next area, and that would be in a different color, and that's how much that equals. And to verify, based on how you said you were doing it before, I just highlighted what I want to look at, and that's true. Okay? To let you know how to, if you don't care about making functions, which you may or may not care about, if you want to skip columns, you just hold control, and you can choose whatever you want, like anything. You can choose around, you don't have to go in any order. And if you just want a large area, and you want it all included, you just hold shift, and it'll choose that whole area. Okay? So that is a short lesson on Excel, and if you have any other questions, you can just ask me personally, or if you want, I can make a video. And that is it. Thank you.